You're watching WGPR-TV, Channel 62, Detroit.
I'm Mike Waring, alias the Falcon. Now troubleshooter for the Senate Investigating Committee. Assignment Capetta. Quaint and peaceful and somewhat off the beaten track. Where you stay at the one and only hotel, or else get yourself a villa like Rocky Maxwell. You've read about Rocky and how he took a powder when the government committee planned to ask him some very embarrassing questions. Rocky was the key man in the syndicate that had the law enforcement agencies of half the nation in its vicious grip. And the committee had to get him back in order to break up the syndicate. Well, that's the reason for my being in Capetta. To induce Rocky, by any means whatever, to return home. And my first step was to pay this character a visit.
You crack another nut while I'm concentrating and I'll ruin your thick skull.
I'm sorry, Rocky. I keep on forgetting.
You're trying hard to develop an ulcer, Rocky.
No, that knucklehead, I should have left him behind.
Oh, it's not really him, is it?
No, I guess not. Must be my nerves.
You miss the big town, don't you?
Miss it? You can say it with spades, baby. Another 6 months in this glorified graveyard, and I'm going to be ready to blow my top.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that.
No?
Could be a lot worse. Back home.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, come on, snap out of it. It won't be long before it all blows over. And then we can go back to the bright lights. Broadway, Times Square, see all our friends, and you can buy me another mink coat.
You're always good for what ails me, Orchid. I'll make it a mink coat lined with mink.
Buongiorno, caro amici. Bella, bella, bellissimo. Buongiorno, signor Maxwell. Signorine?
Well, if it isn't the boss man of the Hotel Excelsior himself. Come sta, Luigi?
Bene, grazie, signor Maxwell. Signorine, for the beautiful lady, the orchid. After which your name?
Why, thank you, Luigi.
It's very pretty, no?
It's very pretty, yes. But you're spoiling me. Orchids every day.
Oh, 'tis nothing. Just a little token of friendship. Straight from the heart.
And COD. What's the payoff today?
Please, Signor Maxwell. My heart bleeds when you talk like that. What I do for charity. The children in the village are hungry. The church tower needs repair. A new well has to be dug. And you are a very generous man.
Now, cut the applesauce. How much?
Well, shall we say $100 American? Oh, Capetta will bless you.
Here's 50. And forget the blessing.
Grazie.
Now, what's with the hotel register? Any new arrivals that I should know about?
Si. Un Americano arrived an hour ago. His name's Signor Delaney.
Delaney. Business or turista?
His papers say turista, but who knows?
Questions?
The usual. How is the food?
When you find out what his business really is, you can have the church tower fixed. Now, scram.
Grazie, signor Maxwell. Grazie, sì. Sta salvo. Signorino, arrivederci. Tanti grazie. State bene, signore. Arrivederci.
That bimbo's taking you for a chump, Rocky. Charity, my foot. It's a shakedown.
The payoff, stupid. He's the hotel proprietor. I get a complete rundown on everybody who comes into this town. And that guy, he's better than radar.
Gee, boss, you don't overlook nothing.
I'm thirsty, Rocky. How about a nice, tall, cool drink?
Anything you say.
beautiful. The weather, I mean. Where's Rocky?
Rocky? Is that a name?
You're cute. You're smart, too.
So I've been told.
A little higher and to the left. Now scratch, but not too hard.
Talk fast, chum. What's the pitch?
Well, you may not believe this, but I was working my way through college, and I...
Keep watching the scenery, Bud. Let's have the gadget. Pretty neat.
I'll get you one wholesale if you want one.
This heater cost me $50. I'm going to take it out of your hide.
Relax.
Relax.
That's what I said. Now blow. That was nice shooting.
Just a sample, Rocky.
You're pretty good at judo.
That was a sample, too.
Any other samples you'd like to demonstrate?
Well, it all depends.
Hmm? On what?
Whether or not you hire me.
I've got all the help I need.
Turk, he needs help himself.
What makes you think I need another man?
You're hot, Rocky.
No, no. No, you're wrong, bright boy. They can't pin a thing on me to warrant extradition. And as long as I stay away from home plate, they can't throw me out.
Look, Rocky, I'm not talking about Washington. Some of your pals think they're on the hot seat, just in case you happen to get called up by a committee. You might spill, too. Well, do you want me to draw you a picture?
It's clear enough, Bud.
My name is Mike. Mike Delaney.
Chicago?
Frisco.
You know who's been delegated to swing the hatchet?
No, I don't. But I know how to keep you alive.
By hiring you?
Partly.
What's the other part?
Look, why don't we go inside? It's a little open out here. Stay here and they'll find you just like I did. But they'd never think of looking for you back in the USA.
You're off your rocker.
Don't listen to him. Going back now would be the worst thing you could do.
I'm not so sure of that. Provided I can slip back without any fanfare and find a nice, quiet cover.
Look, Rocky. There's a freighter loading right now in Naples, leaving for Galveston. The skipper happens to be a very good friend of mine. And about that nice, quiet cover, I got a place in mind for you in Frisco.
You don't mean Alcatraz by any chance?
He's not worth any dough to me in Alcatraz, sister.
Who do you know around Frisco that I know?
The Slossons, the Hoffman boys, Goldman.
He's still in Reno?
He's in the clink doing a hard 5, you know that.
How much will it cost to set the deal up?
20 G's, including 5 for myself.
Fair enough. How soon can you get the deal set?
Well, I... Well, he got away, whoever he was.
The hatchet man, no doubt. And you've got to get me out of here as soon as you can, Mike.
Okay, I'll contact the skipper right away.
Thanks for the tackle inside.
Forget it. You're no good to me dead.
Quite a guy, that Mike.
Think so?
Don't you? You seem to be fascinated by him.
I?
Yeah. Every time I looked at you, you were watching him.
Well, that's because I...
Because you what?
Never mind.
You got her all wrong.
You know, Turk, I'm a very jealous guy.
What makes you think I'm the Falcon?
I don't think. I know.
And Rocky?
No. But he will, unless you tell him you couldn't arrange the trip to Galveston. That's what I came here to say. It was very clever of you, Mr. Waring. Once you set foot on American soil, it would be all over but the shouting.
You mind if I smoke?
Fortunately for Rocky, I recognized you. Well, I'm going now. But remember what I said.
Wait a minute. You're too nice a girl to get mixed up in something like this. Why don't you switch over to my side?
No dice.
You'd be doing yourself and Uncle Sam quite a favor.
Really?
Doesn't it mean anything to you that Rocky is tied up with the most ruthless mob of gangsters since the old Chicago days?
No. All that matters to me is Rocky. I happen to be in love with him. But that's something you wouldn't understand.
Could be, I do.
It's because I love Rocky that I haven't told him you're the Falcon.
Now that I don't get.
He would have killed you. And then the law would have taken his life.
Well, I was right. She did see Mike.
Yeah, she waited for him in his hotel room.
Well, go on.
Well, that's it.
What do you mean, that's it?
I listened outside his door for a while, but nothing happened.
You're lying.
No, I'm not, Rocky. Hey, take it easy on my arm, will you?
She's figuring to give me the go-by, isn't she?
I don't know. I do know one thing. His name is not Delaney.
What is it?
Well, she called him by some other name. She knows him from someplace before.
What's the name she called him?
Falconer? Something like that. Falcon?
Falcon. She called him the Falcon?
That's it.
Falcon. Mike Waring. Here she is now. Sit down.
Hi.
Hi.
Who won the gin rummy game tonight?
I did, as usual.
Poor Turk. You should be ashamed of yourself. Taking his money.
That's what pigeons are for. How about a game?
Sure, why not?
Had a nice walk?
Mm-hmm, very.
Where'd you go?
Oh, here and there.
How's the view from Mike Delaney's hotel room? Well? Now tell me you didn't go there.
I did, Rocky, but
You little double-crosser, making a deal with that gumshoe.
please, Rocky, you've got to listen to me.
Do I?
Yes,
Turk. Lock her up, where she can't be seen or heard.
You've got to listen to me. I love you. I wouldn't double-cross you. Rocky, take this ape off of me.
Good morning, Rocky. Turk.
Morning, Mike. Get everything set with the skipper on that boat?
Where's Orchid?
Somewhere in the house. Why?
I don't want her to hear what I have to say. We leave the day after tomorrow. Now, the skipper doesn't want a dame aboard his ship. He thinks it's bad luck. I tried to talk him out of it, but it was no go.
Okay. Then we'll leave her here. She can hop a plane later on.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind, but I wouldn't breathe a word of this to her until we're aboard the ship.
Why not?
Well, she might think you're trying to ditch her and gum up the works. You can send her a radio message once you're aboard the ship.
Okay, we'll play it your way. What's the name of the skipper and the boat?
Captain Corda. Maid of Athens, why?
You won't be making this trip with us, Mr. Falcon. He's all yours, Turk. Work him over and dump him somewhere.
You look like a busted pretzel when I get through with him. Everything was moonlight in Naples until you blew in. It's going to be a pleasure to work you over.
How do you feel? I feel like I tangled with a tank. Who are you and where am I?
The name's Joe. Taxi Joe. Place belongs to a friend of mine.
Taxi Joe. That sounds familiar. What happened to me? Where's Rocky? Turk.
Yes, Turk. I saw him getting ready to work you over, so I let him have it. And my friend and I brought you here.
Taxi Joe. I remember you. You were one of Rocky's boys.
That's right, my friend. I was the dumb cluck that let Rocky make a sucker out of him. Oh, I was a prize patsy. But I believed Rocky when he said he'd get me off the hook with a light jolt. Make it worth 20 grand to me. So I took the rap and went up the river instead of him. 5 years in the big house, my friend. 5 instead of the 1 he said he'd get me. All that time, not a word from Rocky. Not even a red cent. Meantime, my wife got tired of waiting and divorced me. I was in Milan when I heard that Rocky was in Capetta. So I came here to pay my respects to him.
You're the one that tried to get him yesterday, huh?
Yeah. But I will get him today.
Now, wait a minute, Joe. I don't want you to kill him.
Who's gonna stop me?
Joe, I've got to have that man alive.
Sorry, my friend.
Jack! Buongiorno, signor Maxwell.
Have you seen Turk, Luigi?
No, signor. Scusi, signor. La bellissima signorina, the beautiful lady, she...
Now, what about her? She's gone, left last night.
Oh, scusa, signor Maxwell. I saw her but a few moments ago with my own eyes. I was looking for her to give her this flower. There was no one outside, so I went in the house. I heard the noise, a bustle. Come si dice? What do you say? Cellar.
And you found her.
See. But I say nothing. I understand, an affair of the heart.
You keep on talking, Luigi.
Well, last night, she paid a visit to the room of Signor Delaney.
So?
Well, of course, I, Luigi, can understand what it means for a man to be jealous. But la questra in Rome, la polizia, signore. Ah, Signor Maxwell. If they would find out, there would be an investigation.
I see.
But you are a good friend, generous, molto generous. So, our charities, I am sure for a few dollars, American...
What would you call a few dollars?
Well, for the new beds in the hospital, $500. Signor Costello, cosa fa? Per piacere, put away the pistol.
I will, Luigi, after I put a slug in your head.
No.
Now, you've made your last tap.
So have you, Rocky. Get rid of that gun. Turn around.
Joe.
Yeah, your old pal, Joe. How do you want it, Rocky? Facing me or in the back?
Listen, Joe, don't.
I'll give you everything I've got. I'll make everything up to you, Joe. But just...
Behind you, Rocky.
Does Rocky have a chance? When you get him back to the States? Any chance at all?
A much better chance than he's ever given anyone else. You know what he had in mind for you. Why don't you forget him?
He's still my guy.
Love's such a funny thing.
Yeah. But have it at you, Joe.
Will you do me a favor when you get back to the States, Mike?
You name it.
Look up some of the boys at my old taxi stand for me and say hello. I get kind of lonesome over here.
Of course I will, Joe. I'll have him drop you a line.
Oh, that'll be great.
Ah, Signor Wally. I just see the Policia leave with the Signor Maxwell. I have come for my reward.
Reward? What did you have to do with the arrest?
I am the proprietor of the hotel. You are my guest. I am no partner automatic.
Okay, what charity are you pitching for this time?
As you have observed, Capetta has no jail. The old one was destroyed. We need a jail.
Fair enough. For the new jail, Luigi. You sure you're not the first guest?
Oh,